Hey everyone, this video is for anyone interested in starting stained glass. I will be going over all the supplies needed, how much it costs to start, things you should know, as well as an overview of the entire process of making a piece from start to finish. This is not going to be a follow-along tutorial video. This video is meant to be more of an introduction if you are wanting to make stained glass, but aren't sure if it's something you'll commit to because it is an investment whether you buy all the supplies or spend money to take a class. I just hope that this video is a good starting point, so let's go ahead and begin with the supplies and cost breakdown. Let's start with safety equipment, and I'll talk more about what safety precautions you should take for each step of the process when we get there. You'll need safety glasses, of course. Gloves. I like to use disposable gloves as well as nitrile-coated gloves. And a mask or a respirator. Now onto the supplies and tools that are a one-time purchase. A soldering iron. This one is the Hago FX601, and I definitely recommend this one as you can control the temperature, which is very important for getting smooth solder lines. A glass grinder. I found this one on Amazon. It's just a generic brand, but I've been using it for over a year now and it's been great. A glass cutter. There are two types, a pistol grip and a pencil grip, which is the one I use. Running pliers. Grozing pliers. A waffle grid mat. This is optional, but I definitely recommend one. You can use it to cut your glass on, and it catches all the tiny pieces of glass, making cleanup a lot easier. And the rest of the supplies are things that will last you a while, but will need to be repurchased. Glass. For the sake of this video and the total cost, the first sheet of glass I ever bought was $10.99. The cost of glass varies depending on the type and color. A 12 by 12 sheet can be anywhere from around $8 to $30. Copper foil. I use 7/32 silver-backed foil. This is the most common size, and the backing color depends on what finish your solder will be, but if you don't use patina to change the finish, I recommend sticking to the silver-backed. Solder. The most common solder used in stained glass is 60/40, which is 60% tin and 40% lead. There are lead-free options at a higher cost, but it is a little more difficult to work with from what I've heard. Flux. There are 3 different types of flux: liquid, gel, and paste, and flux brushes. So this is everything you need to start making stained glass, and that brings us to a total of $338.36. Now I will walk you through the full process of making stained glass, what all the supplies and tools are used for, and just everything that goes into completing a piece. Again, this is just an overview of my process, but if you are ready to start learning, I do have a class on Skillshare who are kindly sponsoring this video. Skillshare is the largest online learning community with thousands of classes led by creatives for creatives. My class is called Stained Glass for Beginners, where I walk you through each step of making your first piece, from creating the design to soldering. You'll also receive a pattern download so you can easily follow along and make the same piece, while also learning techniques that will help you with your future projects. If you are interested in other topics like illustration, video editing, or productivity, you'll easily be able to find a class tailored to your specific goals. If you'd like to join my class as well as thousands of other classes, the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. So now let's talk a bit about what goes into making a stained glass piece, starting with how I create my patterns. I draw my designs in Procreate and then cut them out on removable vinyl using a Cricut machine. This is my favorite method of transferring the pattern to glass. It saves a lot of time and also helps with getting more precise cuts. I number each piece and also print out a reference page so I always know where everything goes. This is super important if I'm working with a lot of pieces or an intricate design. Once I have the glass picked out, I just apply these stickers and everything is ready to be cut. Make sure to always wear safety glasses for this step. This is where we use the glass cutter. So this tool does not actually cut glass. What it does is it scores the surface of the glass, creating a weak point, and when pressure is applied, it should break along the score line. And the grozing pliers are used for smaller pieces. It's important to remove as much glass around the pattern as possible to make the next step easier, which is glass grinding. I recommend safety glasses and a mask when you're doing this. Make sure you always use enough water when grinding to contain all the dust. One thing I like about this specific grinder is the self-watering bit. It pulls water up so I don't need to use a sponge. This step is important because it does the final shaping of the glass and makes the edges smooth, which will ensure that the copper foil adheres properly. After this, all the pieces should fit together perfectly. I clean the glass of any sticker residue and move on to foiling. And the reason copper foil is applied around the edges is because the solder will only stick to the foil. I'm using silver-backed foil since I'm leaving the solder silver, but there's also copper and black foil for when you use patina. Once all the pieces have been foiled, we can start soldering. For this step, make sure you are in a well-ventilated space where you can open windows or have a fan running. I use a respirator, safety glasses, and I also wear gloves. I'll also wear a nitrile-coated glove when I solder the edges because I actually hold the piece with my hand during that step. And usually I will tape over the whole piece to keep everything together while I work, but for this larger one, I'm just tack soldering. And in order for the solder to stick and flow smoothly over the foil, you apply flux to the area first. As for temperature, I keep my iron at 410 while soldering the entire piece, and then once I get to the edges, I will turn it down to 360, and the iron is set in Celsius. As soon as the soldering is complete, I will wash it with Dawn soap and some baking soda to neutralize the flux. After this, I apply some wax and attach any chain or the hanging material that I'm using. And that is my process. So I hope that this was helpful. And please let me know if you have any questions below. Again, if you would like to join my Stained Glass for Beginners class, I will have the link below so that you can have free access to it. And thank you so much for watching.